Welcome to the latest edition of Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts, where almost no subject is off limits. Now, here are your hosts, Boomer Diane Faith and Millennial at Heart, Stanley Roberts.
And it's weird. And we're live, by the way.
We're live.
Is it?
But you can't see us.
Well, they can't see us.
But can you hear us? He and Diana got caught misbehaving again. Hey, it's Diane to you. It's Diane. No A.
So
just E.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
So we just got back from a fundraiser. So we're late because we're at a fundraiser.
We're at a fundraiser. We just got home, did a quick setup, and here we are.
Yeah, we're here now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Millennial Boom. I'm the millennial, and she's
I'm
the
boomer. Sorry, I'm just adjusting.
And she's not my daughter.
Let's just get that out there real quick.
Yeah.
Raising funds for Millennial Boom? No, I wish.
Well, if we got funds here for that reason, then yes, we would use it for Millennial Boom. But mostly we raise it for Mr. Badley TV.
Oh, that's what I need to do. Sorry, I have to take off my earrings.
Not that again.
Sorry, guys. I'm still here. Hi, your mom.
That's not my mom.
Dr. Sisop, it's okay. People add an A on my name on the regular, so nothing new, but I just like to make sure I correct people so they know for future reference.
Gabriel's Twitch is broken.
Okay.
Oh, well. Well, Twitch, Gabriel, he says I can't send chat messages to anyone. I just sent 2 text messages and they were expected. Well, I can read it, but that's YouTube. No worries. It's if you're there, you're not square, we are aware. And we will bear it. Anyway, hello.
I was waiting to see how long you were going to rhyme for. So, yes, we were at a fundraiser. Now we're home. What's up, Chris?
Yeah, we were, and the fundraiser wasn't far away, but it was for kind of a St. Patty's Day theme. That's why I'm wearing green.
I'm wearing my fake green.
Yeah, and fake green?
It's not green at all. I'm wearing my teal colored sweater.
What's up, Lord Frieza?
What's up, guys?
So, almost let me check. So, by the way, if you are here and you don't follow me on YouTube, please do that. It's just look up Mr. Badley TV on YouTube and follow that account. You'll see it, and we'd appreciate it. And also, if you're on Twitter, welcome, or X, and you can now chime in through X if you want to. We're still trying to get Instagram up and running. For some reason, it has a little bit of bugs to it. We haven't figured out the bugs yet.
Every time you say X, I think of X gonna give it to you. Oh, I forgot to turn the heater down.
You don't have to verbally say that. You know that, right?
Sorry. Pop music. Hey, if we see Stanley and Diana.
Yeah, it's Mr. Badley, not Mr.
On
Baldy.
YouTube, it must be a Sunday night. Yes, pop music. My name is without the A at the end, though. E instead. But yes, it is a Sunday night. Twitter is charging now? Charging for what?
I have no idea. It shouldn't be charging. But if you don't want to join on Twitter and be involved in the chat on Twitter, then you can also join Twitch at Twitch TV / Mr. Badley TV, and then you can join that way. Or, wherever way you want to do it, YouTube, go that way. I did not pay to send this message. Okay, so therefore you don't have to pay. Anyway.
All right.
Well, maybe Twitter's charging, but not X.
X gonna give it to you. Sorry. I'm gonna be the annoying one this tonight, huh?
Yeah, we already started not strong.
Dang. You guys hear that?
Yes, Facebook as well. You can find us there, Mr. Stanley Roberts News. You can go there and find me on Facebook and join as well. Now, so if you notice, our title is "What's in Your Wallet," and it's a
and it's 996 from Big Bucks.
So
thanks, Big Bucks.
That's a slogan for Capital One, and the reason why I wrote that is because I'm giving Capital One
two thumbs
down,
4 thumbs down.
If you haven't been following, a couple of weeks ago, well, it actually goes back to Christmas. we need to get a reef. And I guess if you have a credit card that you don't use, you have to use it every now and then to keep it from being deactivated. So I had a Capital One card that $3,000 limit that I never used, but I didn't want it to go away, so I used it to buy a Christmas wreath back in December of this year. And then normally I get notifications when payments are due. We scoured all of my internet and cannot find one notification from Capital One that says, "Hey, don't forget you have a payment coming up." So, and I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm saying that I should have called. I didn't. I didn't catch it until I got a notification from online that says, "Hey, by the way, you missed a payment. Your 30 days delinquent." It didn't say it's for Capital One, but it wasn't from Capital One. So that's what made it even more stranger. It was from Credit Test.
Oh, that's the kind of company that monitors
monitors
your credit score.
So I said, "Oh," I was like, "Wow, why would I be late? I've been paying everything on time. I have a very good record of paying on time. I missed it for $25. So now by missing it for $25, they tapped on a $40 late fee for $25. $40 for missing a $25 fee, which, that's what they do. It's a gank, but that's what they do. They charge you a grip of money, even though. So if you were late $1, they literally would charge you $40 for missing a $1 payment. There should be some kind of a regulatory way for that, but that's how it's set up right now. So $40 for that. Now here's where it gets interesting. So, and if you've been following me on Twitter, you probably saw it, but a lot of people haven't because they ask me what's going on with them and why am I doing what I'm doing. So I went online and realized that I had to pay. I make a $90 payment. So it was $25 for the reef, $40 for the late fee, and then $10 interest. So they not only do it, they compound everything. A little disturbing, but I made the mistake, so I owned the mistake, and I paid it. Next day, I get another saying, "Oh, by the way, since you missed a payment, we're going to lower your credit limit from 3,000 to 1,000." Now, in the credit world, you're only allowed to use 32% of your credit that you have. So let's say they give you $100,000 credit limit. Well, that doesn't mean you get to use $100,000 credit limit. Right. You only get to use 32% of that. So 25% we know is $25,000. So roughly, around, somewhere around that range. So, but what happened was at the same time, I found out that I went to go get my brakes replaced. I had new brakes on my car, which I didn't use a credit card for. I paid for it. And my mechanic says, "Hey, by the way, your wheels are run down." I said, "No, they're not. They shouldn't be. I just bought these tires 15,000 miles ago," which they had a 60,000 mile tread warranty. Turns out that because of all the potholes, it messed up my alignment. So the wheels in the front were running on the edges. So the edges were worn down, which no one caught. Or they caught it, but they never told me. So when I went back to Costco, I said, "Hey, I brought these tires under warranty." And I said, "I know you got to take back Christmas trees that are dead. You take back 2-year-old couches. So I just want to tell you I got a problem with these tires. How can you help me?" They told me that because it was alignment, that it invalidates the treadwell warranty. So you're on the hook for buying brand new tires. So at that point, I still had the Capital One card in my wallet. And I figured, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and spend $996 on new tires.
Sheesh.
I know. It's cheaper, though, than I've seen. Some people, their tires are $400 a pop. BMW?
$400 per
tire.
Wow.
Yeah, because you have to get a special tire. So you just can't buy the cheap tire BMW. You got to buy a special tire. Hello, Robertson, Patrice. So here we go. So what happens after that is, remember this was before they had reduced my credit by $2,000. So when they did that, automatically sent up red flags in the credit system that I was spending more than 32% of your allowance that you're.
So you bought the tires first, and then they lowered
And then they lowered it. They lowered it just to the point where now the only credit I had was $30.
That's
for that card. Now keep in mind, I haven't used these cards in years. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't used them. They've been sitting there just chilling. I don't use them. They're in my safe. I don't use them. And it was weird. So then I went online and I was like, what the hell's going on here? they really lowered my credit rating by $2,000 for being late for $25, which seemed kind of bizarre. So you suggested, you said
that you should call them up.
Call them up. They'll fix it.
Call them up, because I have, in my experience, whenever I've experienced a late fee, which is rare, but when I do, I call and they usually will reverse it because my credit is good. So I figured, might as well try. And the last thing, and the worst they could say is no, right? So I might as well try to get it reversed.
And what kind of tires did I get before? They weren't BF Goodrich. They were
the tires you had the ones that were replaced. Oh God, didn't they start with like a Y or something?
No, they were BF something. Or
BF Goodrich?
No, BF Goodrich is what I have now. Before that, it was something different. Anyway.
I don't know.
So,
I don't even know what kind of tires I have, to be honest.
So anyway, what's up, Papa Daddy? Papa Daddy, that sounds so.
Papa Daddy.
So anyway, so.
Oh, hi, Irene Carrasco. Hi, Jersey girl here. Hi, Irene.
So now I call up and I'm on the phone with Capital One. Mm-hmm. No kind of help whatsoever. Well, if you want me to, we can try to put in a request for you to get your credit upgraded. I'm like, okay, we know that's going to be a ding on your credit for doing the, it counts as an inquiry. Mm-hmm. Inquiries by definition lower your, and they've notoriously never raised, no matter how good my credit is, they never raise my rates. As long as I have those cards,
your
my
limits.
limit, never. Mm-hmm. Even if I go, hey, I want a credit, nope, sorry, you don't qualify. Well, I have best credit in the world right now. I have the best credit and I can't get it up, So it's crazy. So I said no. So she said, well, go back online. So online they said if you pay $600, we will review your credit. And I told you that. You go, but you don't owe $600. Yeah. No, I don't, because I literally just paid for the tires the day before. So it haven't even loaded up on the thing yet.
Yeah.
Hadn't even loaded up yet. So where they got $600 from, I have no idea.
I told them it sounds like hostage tendencies, that they're holding your money, your credit score hostage, and making you pay money to get it higher again.
So I just went back and said, you know what, I owe $946 for the tires. Let's go ahead and pay it, right? And then guess what? Instantly, my credit went back up to $3,000. Instantly went back to $3,000.
I knew someone was going to say that.
What?
Lord, please, if you can't get it up, we have pills for that. I knew someone was going to reference, though, can't get it up.
Well, I care for Lord Freedom, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So somebody said, as long as your credit score is over 750, you'll be okay. So here's where it gets even more interesting. So I did that, and they put it back to $3,000. But now remember, they could put it back up because I paid the $900, even though I didn't know it right away.
The 600.
The 600, but I gave them $900 to pay it all off. Mm-hmm. They said, what went on to that? So after that, they were like, I said, well, you said we should call them and try to be reasonable and talk to them on the phone.
Yeah, just ask.
They were totally unreasonable on the phone. She was so unreasonable. I asked her to speak to a manager.
Whew. I've heard that conversation too. Again, you guys, when I say this, I mean it. He never, rarely, I won't say never because he has, obviously, but rarely gets mad, rarely.
Because they were told.
I never see him, okay, I keep saying never because it's so rare. Rarely see him get mad. And
they didn't even try to make an effort. She said, because I've had accounts where there was a mistake made and they said, okay, we'll refund the money. Don't worry about it. You haven't made a mistake in a year, 3 months, 4 months. I figured they could at least, so they wouldn't reverse the $40 charge. They refused. They stood down and they wouldn't. I said, well, can I at least get my credit updated that I'm current? Mm-hmm. Nope, can't do that either. It's going to be on your record forever. That's until it falls off on its own. And I'm like, okay, wow. So I'm really pissed because I'm like, okay, I'm just going to shred all my cards. This doesn't make sense because the customer service, there's no service in their customer service. It's just nope. And then all these commercials about, hey, we got you. They don't have you. They really don't have you. So everything being equal, today, now I had another card that was a Savior, and that had a balance of it, which I paid the other day because I wanted to get all my cards zeroed up.
That's a Capital One card too.
I wanted to pay it all off. It was $2,600. So I paid it. And when I paid it off, I went on today to check it to make sure that it was, because they went through it today. It was credited today. Mm-hmm. But I noticed that I had a $5,000 limit, which I never used. Mm-hmm. Except, well, I did. Guess I never, because I had $2,600 on it. So we use that to pay the water bill. So it was an automatic payment for the water bill and for all the utilities. So that way we could just pay it automatically. I noticed that now, even though I paid the money, I went back and the credit limit was now at $500. So
It went from what to 500?
5,000 to 500.
I have never heard of that.
But I went back to look. There's no record of them deleting my credit, lowering it on their computer thing. There's no record of it.
So you think someone did that just inside?
Oh, it was done inside
after your call.
It was done inside after the call. Someone decreased it because they decided, okay, we'll pay him back. We'll just make sure. So they did that after the fact. No letters, no nothing. They just lowered it.
That's shady.
And that was we found out today. So obviously, what's in my wallet? I mean, and the truth be told, I'm actually trying to get rid of some cards, which they gave me a reason to do it. But I don't want them to lower my credit on their terms. I want to lower it on my terms.
Yeah.
And so they did it they did it without it. There's no record of it. If you go inside, you don't even get a letter. We lowered your credit for whatever reason. No, they only have the one where they lowered it from the tires.
The one with the wreath, right?
Yeah. Too. And it takes 7 years, right, for that to fall off your record.
Wow, that's a long time.
So yeah, I made a mistake.
Wait, it takes 7 years for what to fall off your record?
For that 30-day, that missed payment for 30 days.
Wow, really?
It takes 7 years to fall off.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, and now they want to buy Discover. And so, thank you,
Thanks,
Betty.
Veronica. Banks behaving badly. Expose him, Stanley.
So
no, it's crazy.
So if you have a Capital One card, I'm not going to tell you to get rid of it, but I'm no longer going to do. Once everything's done, I'm going to no longer do business with Capital One. And if they buy Discover, I have one Discover card which I rarely use. I will get that as well because it's just going to be the same thing. You can't. And people tell you, well, we'll take it over, but we'll let Discover be Discover. That's not how it works. They will take it over and let Discover be Discover for like a year. And then you'll get that letter saying terms of service changes. We're no longer having the Discover brand anymore. Now we're just going to be Capital One. So then basically what happens is, does anyone else notice the video stream, not audio, periodically freezes for a second and then resumes? Gabriel, you're having some issues today. I don't know what it is, but it does, but you are. And so I love it. So now I've been an American Express card holder from 1992. I had a green card, then I graduated to a gold card, and then they gave me a platinum card. Mm-hmm. American Express has saved me from some moments. And they used to be with American Express, you had to pay it all at one time, but they changed their model. So now you can actually run up a balance. I try not to get it too high because I don't want to, I don't like high credit balances.
I don't either. Not at all.
Yeah, so I'd rather pay it all off. And people are wondering, well, wait a minute, where are you getting money from to pay off these bills? And well, first of all, we're not using any money from that people donate for the nonprofit.
Those are two separate
things.
Two separate.
Yeah, but what I did do was, and you know this for a fact, is that I'm old enough to cash in off my 401k. So I've been using my 401k to keep all our bills and keep all our bills in order. But at some point, that doesn't last forever, especially in the Bay Area. So, as we build up and this nonprofit, I hope to at some point begin to pay myself to do the work I'm doing. But we're still doing work. And if you don't know, we have a nonprofit, Mr. Badley TV. We just did a couple of things, 3 things that we are happy to announce. One of them is that we just started a thing with, we just got a reseller's license for the state of California. So what we want to do is, in line with our motto of public safety videos and educational videos, we want to create a disaster relief fund and create we have sell disaster products online. Disaster preparedness.
Yes.
For example, the other day I went out and I brought a propane gas stove that we can use in case we lose power or there's an earthquake.
We've been having some crazy storms here lately.
Really crazy storms. Where I don't even know, like yesterday, I thought we were doing the Wicked Witch of the West thing.
Yesterday, we thought we were having a tornado. It was that bad.
Yes. Screw Capital One cap locks. I'm mad.
Oh, I think Felix is doing voice because he said he was driving earlier, so I think he's doing voice to text.
Yeah.
So the caps lock, that's probably where the caps lock thing comes in.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
So
yes, right there with you, Felix.
So just to give you some, just to be transparent. So I used to have Chase now, and I like Chase because so when I first, so here's where we have a problem with banks across the board. So when I first decided to start Mr. Valley Productions, not Mr. Valley TV, Mr. Valley Productions, which is a for-profit, the LLC, which is, and then there's an LLC.
Willie Fistergash says, I thought Stanley was 38. Oh, Lord Friesen says Stanley's over 100.
Yeah, but you look at my Twitter, I'm 128.
That's true, yeah.
So, and I met a guy the other day thought I was only 30 or 40. But yes, I am. I just turned 60. So.
And I'm so then that means if you are actually like in your 40s, that means I'm in my 20s.
Yeah. So I had Chase, but here's what Chase did to me that I didn't like. So when I first started out with Mr. Valley Productions, I went to a Chase bank in Arizona, and I walked in. I said, I already got had all the incorporated papers. Everything was showing I'm a legit company. I gave every paperwork that I had to sell the legit company. I gave it to the guy.
That is not true, Lord Frieza.
What do you say?
Diane is old enough to be his granddaughter.
No, I don't even have grandchildren. So anyway.
Too much.
I gave them all my incorporated documents, and he asked me, was Mr. Valley a porno company? Did we shoot porn? Because if you shoot porn, we cannot open up the bank account because it looks like your company is dealing in porn.
So basically he was indicating he just went out.
He profiled me.
He profiled
me and said that Mr. Valley was a porn company, so therefore I couldn't get a bank. I couldn't get a Chase registered with Chase. This was the first Chase I went to.
Why couldn't you just say what kind of company is Mr. Valley TV or Mr. Valley Productions? Why did he have to automatically assume it was a porn company?
So I found another Chase because I don't know why. I like Chase because they're commercial, and that's what I don't fall for commercial anymore. I went to another Chase, and the lady there was very polite. She never asked us. She went the paperwork. She looked at the paperwork. She said, everything's in order. It was nothing out of order, which meant that the other guy was just being a jerk.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe he asked that.
So she said to me, we can open your account and we'll give you a line of credit. She said, we will open your account and we will give you a line of credit. What did I say? What did you say?
You said that we will open an account for you and give you a line of credit.
Okay.
That's what she told you.
Open up the account.
You opened up the account. You didn't get the line of credit.
I did not get the line of credit. They said I didn't qualify. I'm like,
and then did you go back and
I called her and said, hey, what happened? She goes, oh, it's probably just a mistake. Could you reapply? So I reapplied.
Well, doesn't that ding your credit though?
2 dings.
When you reapply?
Yes, 2 dings for a business I just started. They said I don't have enough history to get credit.
You just started a business.
Yeah, you just started a business that I went through them, and so I have credit cards that all have 0 balances for Chase. I'm not going to use them because for that reason. I'm slowly moving away from Chase as well.
That's crazy because I have a different experience with Chase. I have Chase as well, but I have only through credit cards, not the actual bank.
So Capital One so far bad for me. Chase, I'm not a big fan of because of what they did to me and how
that's crazy.
First of all, he said, "Oh, so
you should have reported that."
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
You should have said, "Can I speak? Was he a manager?"
Nothing. I don't know. Nothing will. It's funny about reporting stuff. Chances are nothing will really happen most of the time. At the time I worked for CBS in Phoenix, we had a motto that says we cannot do public complaints. We can't do
but do stories on them.
Yeah,
right.
So, and as a journalist, people won't do stories on me because I'm already a journalist. They figured that we're not going to help you because you're a journalist. And so you don't really get what you need to get things done. All you have is your voice. And your voice isn't always, hey, why am I way on the edge of the screen?
Because we're not centered.
You want to fix that real quick? Please?
Oh, I'll have to get up. We've been like this for this is actually showing.
Yeah, because it's covering me.
All right, I'll be right back. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but okay.
Anyway, so now
I'll readjust.
Now my hate, not hate. I guess hate's a strong word. Go ahead. Really?
I was trying to walk down the stairs.
I just realized that I'm looking at the screen.
Okay.
I'm looking at you guys.
Okay.
Go this way.
This way?
I think. Let me see. Go. Yeah, go. Stop. Right there. All right. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that we were off center there for a minute. Lord help me. Lord help me.
I always loved it. That was my favorite part of my big fat Greek wedding.
My history with banks and not liking banks goes back to 1987 when I opened up an account with Bank of America and I was making $9 an hour at a place I had, and I went in there with a little bit of money. I deposited my check in the bank. Wasn't a whole lot of money. It wasn't much at all. $9 an hour. And Salinas didn't really help out much.
Gabriel pointing out the obvious. You walk down the stairs in both directions.
So I put money in the bank, and then I had to write a check for groceries. I wrote a check for groceries, and then I'm like, okay, I get a letter from the bank saying that we withdrew because you didn't have a big balance, we withdrew your maintenance fees, which caused your check to bounce. And because your check bounced, we have to charge you a bounce check fee.
Oh my God, yeah, I can't with
So I switched to a credit union, which I've had the credit union since 1987. It used to be called AEA Credit Union, and now it's called Key Point Credit Union. So I've been with them forever, and they've been very good to me. But I just never applied. I don't think they offer. I don't know if Key Point even offers credit cards. I don't remember ever seeing them offer a credit card for any way, shape, or form.
It's only like the big banks,
yeah.
Right?
So, and I haven't written a check in a long, long time. Matter of fact, I don't even own checks anymore.
Chris says I've never written one in my life.
Yeah. So back in the olden days, 1987.
I remember for the longest I used checks to pay rent.
Yeah. So the bank. So here's who I recommend if you're going to get a credit card. I really, 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 really like Apple.
Oh, Apple, yeah.
Apple has a really good system right now. They're really intuitive to you, and if you pay up a certain amount every month, you don't get interest charges for it. So they don't tack on interest charges if you keep making a certain amount of payment. It doesn't have to be the full amount. You just have to make enough.
Is it MasterCard?
It's MasterCard. Oh. And the only problem with that is that they're not accepted at Costco.
Yeah.
So you have to have a Visa if you're going to do Costco.
Yeah.
They don't. I used to have American Express, which used to be Costco.
Costco, yeah.
They don't take it anymore. So that was a disappointment that they didn't do that. So I had Capital. So I like American Express. I like Apple, and Venmo has a credit card that I really, really like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Venmo is a part of PayPal, which people don't know that. Which is also a part of. I don't know how they're associated, but they have something called a they have a fund for nonprofits that are associated. I signed up with PayPal, which then also signed me up with Venmo, which also created an account with GoFundMe. So it's part of the GoFundMe.
I didn't realize all that stuff was connected.
Everything's connected. You'd be surprised how many things are actually connected. So by applying for the one, it ended up showing up on the other ones. So now the difference with donating to a nonprofit on those platforms is they take out like a 3%, whatever you donate. So if you go to MrBadley.com, there's a link for Ziffy. It says please donate. Ziffy, you can not take anything out. You just give all the money, and that way that the nonprofit gets all the money, and they're verified nonprofits. So it's been a weird thing trying to figure out what's what, but they're all there. I like those ones, but I can't recommend almost any of the big banks anymore.
That's kind of unfortunate. I think that, to be honest, like I really think that like just whatever credit card you have or whatever bank or credit union, it's going to be individual.
Yeah.
Because your experiences with Chase haven't been the same as me, so I've continued to use them. But like I've never had what do you call it? I've never had a Capital One card. But based on your experience, oh, that was weird.
No, it wasn't.
I went in and out.
Ooh.
Yeah, when you touched it, it did that. So maybe don't do that.
That was weird.
I've never had Capital One, but based on your experience, I don't want it.
So my take on credit unions, I'm glad you asked that because that was my next statement is, so I've been with Key Point since probably the late 80s.
Yeah, I think you said 87.
Yeah, when they were called AEA, which AEA stood for American.
Lord Fraser, you suck.
American Electronic Credit Union, AEA Credit Union.
Oh, Maggie, I have Ally.
And with AEA Credit Union, at that time they were great. They literally, when I first got the credit card, I mean, not credit card. When I first signed up, they gave me a loan for a car. They didn't, it was cool. And they every now and then they'll reach out to me and say, hey, you qualify for a new loan.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't taken up on the loans for new cars, only done it twice. So at some point I may come back and do that again. So credit unions were great when they first started because they were called member-owned credit unions.
Yeah.
But even some of the credit unions now, you have to be really careful because some of them have bank-like tendencies.
Which ones? Do you know which ones?
You just gotta do your research.
Because
I look at some of their what they write, and I go, oh, that's like a bank-like tendency, And they'll tell you up front, no fees, no this, no that.
Yeah.
And then once some down the line says, you know how that letter you get, terms of service changes. People don't read that, and all of a sudden they go, why am I getting these? Well, did you read our terms of service? We updated them. And
sometimes they're so long that people won't want to read them.
Yeah.
I actually, to be honest, I was thinking about going to a credit union because right now I'm part of one of the big banks, but I don't like their rules. Like I don't like that I have to keep a certain amount of money in my account so that you don't charge me maintenance fees.
That's funny. Gabriel writes, Diane.
That was weird.
Yeah,
Stanley, no, it wasn't. Ooh,
and then all of a sudden,
that was weird.
See what happened was there was a pop in our ears. You guys couldn't hear it, but the audio was really loud popping, and it's static.
They didn't hear that?
No, they couldn't hear it. Only you and I heard it.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
So that's what you heard. We heard a popping in our ears, and it was because I touched my microphone and turned it towards me more, so that you get all of my, inflection.
I didn't like that popping ear.
Yeah. She got the pop first because I didn't hear it when I touched it, but then a second later it popped in my ear.
And I got the second pop too.
Yeah, I didn't get the first pop.
Dirty pop?
How come she got the first pop? I don't know.
You just ran at me.
No, I have two.
Yeah. Oh, Maggie says SoFi. I don't have SoFi, so I don't know about SoFi.
Okay, funny about SoFi.
SoFi and Ally are like the same. They don't have buildings. They're not brick and mortars,
right?
SoFi
sent me an application to join their bank. And I never really joined it because I didn't put any money in it. Mm-hmm. But every month they send me a statement of how much money I don't have in the bank.
On an account that you didn't make? So do you have an account or no?
Apparently I have an account, but I never put money in it. So, but I get a statement every month.
That says you have $0.
No, it just says your statement update. I'm like, what did you put? I'm like, did you guys put money in the bank? Because I sure did.
That's interesting. But it's not a brick and mortar, right? It's
one
of those online.
Okay, so the one thing I don't like. Okay, so with my credit union, they're not located anywhere other than Sunnyvale. I can't go to a brick and mortar unless I drive to Sunnyvale. Mm-hmm. So everything has to be done either online or through one of their member. And it used to be you can go to a member credit union, but they got rid of that in most cases. So there's no more member credit union. So I went to a
Patelco, that's
and they said, nope, we don't do it anymore. You use the ATM, but you can't use the tellers.
And that's the part that sucks though, is that I want to be able to have access wherever I go. And that's what's make me also hesitate about joining a credit union. Because like B of A is everywhere I go, but B of A also has like sucky tendencies. So anyways, not to be like talking ish, but in my experience, sucky tendencies. Worst credit union I dealt with is USAA and Navy Federal. Oh, the funny thing about that, Dr. Sisop, is that I've seen a lot of commercials for those credit unions recently. So I wonder.
Now, I've never been rich in my life. I'm going to say that for the record. I've never been rich. I'm not rich now. I don't know if I'll ever be rich. At this point, I'm getting to the point where.
What's your definition of rich, though?
Enough where you don't have to worry about Jack. You
don't have to worry about who?
Jack or Jill.
They went up the hill to.
Basically, people know what I mean when you're rich enough that you can go buy $9,000 seats at a football game.
Oh, at the Super Bowl.
And it's just like buying some cotton candy.
Okay.
So that's what I call rich, when you can, or wealthy. See, there's rich and there's wealthy. Mm-hmm. So wealthy is when you're like, wealthy would be like Bezos.
Amazon. Bezos.
That's wealthy.
Okay.
And then you got old money and new money.
That's true. Yep.
So I don't have old money or new money. I've never had any kind. I've always been like, hey, I just, I do the best I can. And there are times in my life when I'm like, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to do this. There are times I go, oh, this is great. And they go, well, you need to. And I have the worst luck. I tried investing. I even tried those. You do those
crypto.
No. Well, let me explain that in a minute. So I've tried. You know how you go online and say, "Hey, we can let you do a practice about about trading."
Oh yeah, like you put $10 in a stock or something.
You can trade it, right? It's virtual money.
Yeah.
Every time I would pick a fund, it would just fucking. Every time I would pick a fund, it would literally just go. Pew. I'm like, wow.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
So that's how bad it is. So then I said, okay, I'm gonna do one of these fake crypto things, see what happens. And I actually brought some real crypto. Right? I brought real crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And just to see, not a lot of money. I put $200 on some crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it's down. And remember now, it's supposed to,
Oh, you're still monitoring it?
Yes. 34.
This was like, you started that when we were back in Arizona, right?
$34.
Oh, dang.
It's just constantly. I watch it go up, but it never really goes up. I have the worst luck when it comes to picking.
Gabriel says, I've never heard you accidentally use that particular swear word before. I don't think you don't ever, he doesn't actually ever really say that
because
word.
If I touch it to try to make it, like if I touch money or touch something to try to to see if it'll grow, it always goes the opposite way for me. I have the worst luck when it comes.
Do you ever wonder though if you have the worst luck because you believe it? Like you believe it so much that you're putting it out there, and that's you manifesting it. So maybe if you believe that you had the best luck ever, that manifestation that would actually.
So I tried Dogecoin.
Dogecoin,
the one that.
Oh, the dog.
The dog that
It's not called Deutsch, is it?
It's Dogecoin or something. Dogecoin. I don't know how you pronounce it. Okay. Anyway, so that's the one that what's the name? Is behind Elon Musk.
Oh, okay.
I gotta put it in Dogecoin, right? Because it always says the sign Dogecoin to the moon, right? But mine was like Dogecoin to the sun and then burn up.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. Dogecoin, I don't know. What with the dog on it? And let me check it right now. I'll tell you how much I have in Dogecoin right now. It's so bad that they want to loan me money to loan. It's like, hold on.
Gabriel says you're saying Deutsch. Diane's got a good point. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, exactly. That's why I always feel like because I've done it too. A lot of times I'll be like, man, I have the worst luck. I can't win anything. Like whatever. But sometimes I start to try to change that and do positive affirmations, put positivity out there, and you'll be surprised that that positivity will come back. And it's for not everything that I've manifested I feel has turned out the way that I've wanted it to, but I mean things have happened that have been really that have gone well. So I feel like you need to say you have the best luck ever. You are
and then I'll go and put the money.
I'll
put the money in and watch it go.
Okay, do you see what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're just being negative.
I'm just knowing. I know from history how it's always historically speaking.
And you know why history is repeating itself? Because you keep letting it repeat itself.
You're that person that says, "No, put 1,000, you'll be fine."
No, I'm not the type of person I'm still very conservative when it comes to spending and investing and stuff. I'm conservative, so I won't tell you to put $1,000. I will tell you to put what you can afford to put. It's kind of like the same thing with gambling. If you have no money to gamble, don't gamble. If you're willing to let go of $20, knowing that there's a possibility you won't get it back, then that's fine. Do the $20 if that's all that you can afford. Always the same thing with letting people borrow money. If someone needs $20 and you let them borrow, just know that there's a slight chance you might never get that money back. Anyways, though, but I really think that you should be a little bit more on the positive side. The weird part about him saying this is that for the most part, he really is a positive person. So he's very positive when it comes to his work ethic, when it comes to projects, when it comes to multiple things. He's very yes, we can do this. You have to believe. And then now I'm hearing you talk about you have the worst luck ever. How about believing you have some good luck, Beeb?
Okay.
All right. Okay. What happens when someone wastes $6,000 gambling? Well, I don't know. What happens? Did that happen to you, Lord Frieza? I've never gambled $6,000 before.
I wouldn't.
I've never. I personally would not gamble that much.
If I legit had $6,000, I would not gamble it. I'm not a gambler. I mean, okay, let me take that back. I love the slot machines, but you know me. When I do slot machines, as the coins drop, I put them in a bucket, I give them to you, and then you cash them in and hold on to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of this, so I'm trying to.
Yes, Betty Veronica, thank you. B, read what Betty Veronica wrote.
No, it was my friend when she comes to Vegas.
No,
now.
that's Lord Frieza.
You have a good.
Finish that sentence, B.
Of course you like that.
Oh, you don't think it's true?
Of course it's true.
Then read it.
You read it.
It says, you have a good woman, Stanley.
Yeah.
You didn't want to read it.
Because you can read it, it's fine.
Betty Veronica, you see how he does me? This. She should have just given it to me. Oh, the six. Oh, okay, so your friend.
Oh.
Okay, Lord Frieza. So your friend gambled $6,000. Got it.
I knew a guy who would gamble. He was a tourist who would gamble, and so oh my God, I got some money. I got 1.3%. So I went back up from 34 to 43.
Yay!
Yay.
On your Dodge.
Yeah, Doge.
I don't know. Doggy coin.
Well, one of the coins
I
was.
just call it doggy coin.
Okay, so here we go. So I have Doge, which is only. Oh wait, so the Doge is actually still down. From the 100 I put in, I only got $10 left.
Ooh, yeah.
And for the XLM, I have 32. So I have a profit and loss of $122.43.
Okay, well.
So unless I wake up one morning and it's like, if you got XLM, you might be filthy rich. I'm the kind of.
It ain't gonna happen though. Like, I think that I think that like you have to sit back and think to yourself, like, how long have you been telling yourself that you have bad luck and that you can't win anything or can't
When I put $500 in one of those things where you do the rip the little tabs and you win tickets, right?
Ripping the tab?
Yeah, you get 500 tickets, you rip them like we did today.
Like a raffle?
Rifle.
Yeah.
So I put $500 in the raffle, right? And tickets in there, and then one person puts in one ticket, and the one person who puts in one ticket is the one that wins. That's what I realized.
You won a raffle before though.
Yeah, I wasn't there though, so I have to leave to win.
Oh gosh. Okay, guys.
I got mugged by Girl Scouts because they knew that they.
He did not get mugged by my Girl Scouts. I gained. So Felix says I gained $800 from New Cipher. Is that how you pronounce it? And that was the last time I played with crypto. Oh, okay. Gabriel's teaching us how to say it. The G is pronounced like the SI in division. So it's
Doge?
I'm like, wait, hold on. It's
Doge?
Dosi?
Do. Those are cookies. Girl Scout cookies.
You were obsessed with Girl Scout cookies. If you have an obsession, you need help. Yes, Baby Veronica, he did say rifle.
Rifle for what?
Instead of raffle tickets, you said rifle.
Yeah, because there's about a raffle ticket, I get shot down. So.
Oh my God.
It's all the same.
So, anyways, I just think, in all honesty, you should practice positivity when it comes to your past experience. Just
I am positive that I won't win. How about that?
Oh God, you're so bad to yourself. All right. Well, anyways, Chris, you asked a question earlier.
He said, "Who's got cookies?"
Oh, I know. Well, we might. You asked a question earlier about gambling, and I think you asked about like do we get taxed from gambling?
Only if you win a certain amount.
Make a certain amount. If you win a certain amount, then yeah, you have to pay taxes.
So here's how you know if you have to pay taxes. If they ask you to come over to the booth to cash your money in, then you got to pay taxes because they need your information for the IRS.
Mm.
If you just get $100, then no.
It's like, isn't it like in the thousands?
I don't know what the range is for gambling, but it's pretty high up there. You have to pay taxes on.
I remember only on wins over 1,000. Okay, because I remember.
And I've never won over 1,000 at a casino in my life.
I haven't either. But do you remember that one time where I played Wheel of Fortune in Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Was it in Vegas? And I won 1,000.
Hey, look.
What?
Yeah, somebody wrote, change topic. Who likes crispy, crunchy chicken?
Felix is like, let's stop talking about money. They don't do. What do you mean, Chris? They don't do that here. Like they don't tax you at all for your winnings?
Yeah, crispy, crunchy follows me on Twitter. So.
Oh yeah, he loves crispy, crunchy chicken. I think it tastes good, but I don't eat it often because I know it's not the best for my health. But I have had it, and
Oh, Chick-fil-A has too many chemicals in their food.
be crispy, and you act like crispy, crunchy, innocent.
I haven't read the ingredients that made me go no. It's deep fried chicken. That's it. They don't have no dips. They have.
Do they put? Have you talked to Crispy Crunchy about the quality of their chicken?
Yes, I said, man, your chicken is the boom.
Do they use? Are you gonna know if I ask you if they use certain things in their chicken?
They probably use a nut oil or something.
No, do the chickens they use, are they fed antibiotics? No, that's why I'm asking. Do you know?
No, I don't know, but I don't buy it enough to really make a difference.
No, that's fine. But I just wanted to know if you knew. It's all the chemicals for flavoring.
That's right. You cannot have food without extra flavor into it.
I mean, okay. Yes. So Felix, to answer your question, Stanley likes crispy crunchy, and I like crispy crunchy, but do not eat it often.
She eats it. You know what's funny about crispy crunchy?
I don't eat it often at all.
She'll tell me no.
The last time I ate crispy crunchy was when we went to Beta Breakers last year.
He's like, no, you can't make me eat this. No, those biscuits.
That's not how I look at all. Not how I look at all.
Oh, I love Roscoe's chicken too.
Oh, I do like Roscoe's chicken.
Chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles, yeah. So Chris says, oh, I missed it.
We're not talking about Krispy Kreme. We're talking about Crispy Crunchy.
Oh yeah, when you win money, you get your winnings tax free. Dang, I need to go gamble over there then.
Well, I could move there. You could be out of the under the communism.
But I'd be away from you.
Well, you can't have it all. Yeah, you get your winnings for free.
Not that important. I don't even gamble.
That was an important day.
Roscoe's is good. Just pair up with collards to soak up grease. Ooh, collard greens, very good.
No, I like in the morning. I like their breakfast: scrambled eggs with cheese. Remember though, we messed with the server and we asked, "Excuse me, but are your chickens pasture raised?" And he said, "Let me go out in the back and ask."
Yeah, let me go out in the back and check.
That's a good sense of humor.
Yeah, that was good. He was funny. That was on your birthday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I sleep now. Catch you all later. All right, Lord Frieza. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I don't know why I said that.
Okay.
Okay.
Lord Frieza, laters, alligator.
Laters.
Crappy cream. I haven't had Krispy Kreme donuts since.
I haven't since Arizona.
2018.
No. Yeah, no.
Yes.
I'll tell you when the last time we got them. We had Krispy Kreme donuts right after we got our first vaccination for COVID.
Really?
Because they gave you Krispy Kreme offered
but I didn't use
show
that.
your vaccination card.
I didn't do that.
I
didn't do that.
I thought we did.
No.
We just went to Krispy Kreme just to go?
We didn't do it for that.
We didn't?
The last time I went there was in 2018.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I think we ended up, no,
we never went.
We did for 2020. We did in 2020 because that's the last time I had Krispy Kreme.
All right, well, 2018 is what I remember.
2020 is what I
remember. Because those
and guess what? You were there.
They're so addictive that they're dangerous.
They're not that addictive. I can have one.
The soft one?
I can have one and just be done.
The soft one is almost like eating air with sugar on it. I'm just saying.
Parrish, when did you live in Fresno? 1998 rabbit. Yeah, I don't know. I think that for me, like they were good. Remember when they first came out and they had the hot sign? You'd always want to get them when the hot sign was on because that means meant they were fresh. And now I'm just like, whatever. I could do without Krispy Kreme donuts. We left Fresno in 2005 and moved to Chandler. Okay, got it.
I like Chandler.
You haven't been, I like Chandler too. You haven't been in Fresno for like almost 20 years. Got it.
I've never tried Randy's Donuts in Inglewood. I just know that they use, I remember the icon with the big giant donut.
Oh yeah, always see that.
And it's also, they have it on GTA.
Oh yeah. when they imitate the LA area.
So if you notice, I just pasted a link down there. So there's Linktree and Mr. Bailey TV.
Mm-hmm.
So if you click that link and go there and subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm trying to focus on the YouTube channel for a little bit to try to build up the numbers on that one. Because as we start putting out more videos, and we are doing that now, it's a good chance that you'll see them there first, because that's where they go first. Also, if you go to MrBadley.com, I'll put them there as we get them done, we put them on there as well. I'm hoping at some point to update the website. I had a guy that was supposed to do it for me, but he hasn't been returning my calls. So until he returns my calls, or I got to find someone else that can do it. If he doesn't return my calls or get back to me, then I'm going to start looking for someone else to redesign the website. So it is what it is. Nevada has no income tax like Florida, so no tax on winnings. Oh, I didn't know that.
Mr. Bailey TV is being disabled. Who wrote that?
I have no idea. I didn't write it.
Oh, it disappeared. That was weird.
Yeah. So let me know if you're on YouTube and you can't see it anymore, but we're still there. So if you go there, subscribe to Mr. Bailey TV. We're here, and we'd love to hear it. We'd love to know that you're there.
Hi, Miguel. Miguel joined us from Facebook.
Hello, Miguel. How are you? Welcome people from all different platforms. We appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. We love it. We're also happy to, and Betty Veronica's already there, so she would know if anything changed. So there you go. Linktree at Mr. Bailey TV. Stan has a troll. Yep, I always have trolls. It's notoriously trolls. So
he has too many trolls, to be honest.
Miguel says, I can't believe I'm in the presence of Stanley Roberts. Well, I'm here, but there's no reason to be astonished. I'm just a regular person like everybody else.
Oh,
I'll put on my pants one leg at a time.
In the presence of Beeb. That's my nickname for him, by the way. I'm not his daughter.
Yeah, you're already on YouTube on YouTube. So let me know if you see any shenanigans, because we just got a weird notification that it's being disabled, which it's not.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
It said Mr. Bailey TV is being disabled.
So I don't even know anymore. We get so many spammers who, like the one that calls us every day, every time we do a podcast. I'm here and everywhere. I'm here, there, and everywhere. Thank you. I saw it and it disappeared. Well, we are here.
Yeah, it did disappear. I saw it too, and it disappeared quickly.
Yeah. So we're here. Again, if you can, join us on. Thank you, Doug, the $1 Million Copywriter. And on X is going to give it to you.
Oh, well, when I did it was annoying.
Because you got it stuck in my head. I'm trying to get rid of it now. Love you too. So if you're here, if you please subscribe to the YouTube channel and have all your friends do it. I want to get back to up to 88 to 90,000 subscribers. I want to get to 100 actually. That would be a great. And then we have something else to announce. We're going to make this here for the first time. So it looks like we've cleared the hurdle to have Mr. Bailey TV trademarked. So pretty soon all of our things will have the little registered R on it. Just waiting for the final word from my attorney that the trademark is completed. But everything looks like it's been, we've cleared the final hurdle, which I'm very happy to announce. It's a good thing. So we're covering all, and then with the resale license, we're going to set up a way where you can buy disaster supplies, and I'd love to set up a disaster fund, so when something really goes bad, we can have boots on the ground and get in there and help out as well. So there you go. Did you fire Nightbot? No, we did not fire Nightbot. Nightbot quit.
I don't even know what Nightbot is.
No, you do it. Thanks, Diane. Now I've got DMX in my head too. Yep, she gave us, what do you call it, wormhole.
Mr. Bailey TV wrote Betty Veronica 2.0. Wait, it disappeared again. It's a Betty Veronica 2.0. Nightbot has been hacked. Who is writing that?
Not me.
See, look.
Yeah.
Nightbot has been hacked. Who signed into your account?
Not me.
That's weird.
Not I, said the spider to the fly.
Sorry, Chris.
Thank you. I'm trying to be, Doug. It's funny because people are like, oh, it's funny, and I will say this, and no disrespect to anybody, because I know the Bay Area it's everybody's struggling unless you're rich, to try to make ends meet. But I have people that all the time tell me, oh, you're a legend, and yeah, but legends don't pay bills. Being a legend doesn't help pay the bills. To pay the bills, you need to be out there and, either doing what you got to do or doing what you do best. But since I don't work for a TV station, then all the money I make is from actually be out there, but doing what I can do to do what I can do. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lately, I've been binge watching all of your People Behaving Badly series. Well, make sure you binge watch on Mr. Badly TV, because that's where I want you to be. If you're binge watching the other series, and you're giving credit to my old station. Look at the word. It's fake. Look at the word Mr. and Badly, and it has a space. Oh, so it's a hacker.
Oh, wait, but yours has a space too, though, after Mr. Space Badly TV, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it have a space also?
Not on YouTube. It would be Mr. Badly TV, one word.
Oh, I thought this was a space right here. Okay.
So, yeah, I have to look and see what's going on. Trust me, I have been the victim of people trying to hack my accounts. I always use second-party authentication, because every single week, factor. Two-factor authentication, because every week someone is trying to hack one of my accounts. They want to be in, and to give you an idea why it's a problem. When I had we8there.com, it got hacked. They hacked the website, and I woke up in the morning and they had put the N-word where our name was.
Oh.
So.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yep. So I'm
sorry. I just thought I really hate all of the experiences you've had when it comes to how hard you work.
Well, it's when you put yourself out there, you attract people who may have ill intentions, who may not like what you do.
I just feel like you have experienced a lot of people with ill intentions. I hate that, because you're such a great person.
The world is what the world is. And, so that's why some people basically stay home, because when you put yourself out there, then you attract people who you attract. Like I always used to say, when you do people behaving badly, you tend to attract people behaving badly. It's a given.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So, it's funny how they don't want to be outed, but yet they do it out in the public. They tell you don't have the right to record me. I love it when people say they'll record you while you're recording them and tell you that you don't have the right, but they have the right. And their argument is, well, you have the right. I have the right because I'm not a public figure, so I can do what I want. Just like when when the cops are taking someone down for whatever reason, they run up and put the camera all up in the, trying to all up close. They had to pass a law saying you can't get that close anymore. I mean, people were literally trying to interview the guy on the ground getting handcuffs.
It's crazy. Miguel said he found your YouTube, so he's binge watching on your YouTube page.
Thank you. And share it, please. Please share.
Yes, please share.
Yeah, the YouTube, you're right, Felix. The internet made it worse, because now they live in a digital world. So now that the different channels, there are people who have these hidden accounts, the trolls that use, and I don't have a problem with people using fake names. I get it. But when you use a fake name, I get trolled by somebody with like 3 followers. And, everybody has a right to their opinion, but in my opinion, some people should keep their mouth shut. It's just the way I think. Because you're not doing anything to help anybody other than just being I was going to look for a word, but I can't think of it. But you're not helping the situation. And I love when I had the stroke, the trolls came out when I had a stroke.
I know.
One person wrote, the first stroke, the second stroke is what kills you, so hurry up and have it. You're recovering from a stroke, and you read comments like, hurry up and have another stroke so you can die. Who does that?
Evil people.
Yeah.
Evil people do that.
Yep. And just for the record, not everybody on social media is mean. I mean, you guys are here. You're here. You're having fun. You're all good. YouTube needs to block Russia, but you can block them from accessing your channel yourself. Now, didn't know that was an issue, but I'm going to look into it. People embroidered by the anonymous. Yeah. So anonymity is what does it for some people.
Mm-hmm.
They yell from, and it's like closing the closet door and yelling at the people, but you don't know who's behind the wall or behind
People
the closed
can
door.
hide. Like they can hide now. So if they hide, they have a little. What's that called? A keyboard courage.
Yeah, keyboard courage.
Yeah.
And those same people would never say it to your face.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Well, we've been over an hour. Our normal thing is an hour. Sometimes we go longer, but we're gonna wrap it up because it's already late. Some people, towards humanity and pathetic, sad, insecure people that like that they live in their mom's basement. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what the funny part is? We say that they live in their mom's basement because who else would do that? No normal person would do that. But so many people literally, I know people who literally sit at home, have tons of money, but all they do is troll. And they have a name for it. They call it SHIT talking. Our shit posting, what they call it.
I think, why'd you spell it and then say it?
Because I just realized it doesn't
You already
matter.
said that word?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't seen, Stanley has a new piece on YouTube that he posted just last week on people running stop signs. And I just have to warn you, these are the people we share the roads with. So be careful when you're out there and drive safely. It doesn't matter if you're local or not. Just wherever you are, drive safely because these people are scary. I can't believe how many people they stopped. He said that they made 15 stops that day. And
actually, we made 18, but we wrote 15 tickets.
Okay, 18 stops, 15 tickets. But like the common theme out of all these people were, oh, I thought I stopped. Well, I slowed down a little bit. And it's like, does no one know how to stop for a stop sign?
No one knows that stop does not mean slow down. Yield means slow.
Yeah.
And if it's safe, go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, do you remember that one driver that just ran through the yield sign in my camera and almost went into my lane? Man, I kid you not. Or oh God, I can't. He went into my lane.
All right, everybody. I remember one year last time I got hit by, that's going fast. So a piece on people not using turn signals. Driving absolutely crazy that you can be too lazy to flick your switch. Right. Yeah, I get it. And there's the one I was about to read, and then his jumped into front of it. It says, I remember one time last year, I got hit by a car, and the driver of the car just booked out of. Yeah, that drives me crazy too when hit and run. Because here it's gotten so bad with hit and runs. It's gotten so bad with hit and runs that when you call up your credit union or your insurance company and say it was hit and run, if you can't identify the car, then you're at fault because they think people made it up.
Yeah.
So I recommend you get dash cam. I really do recommend. I'm not going to give you an idea which one to get. I'm just going to recommend that you get a dash cam. But you know who has car dash cams now?
Who?
Ring.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Do they install them too, or you didn't install them
No, it's
yourself?
self-installed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did the cops tell you the statistics of the stop sign? No, they have to tell me. I'm in the car with them. We were watching the people run stop signs in front of us.
And the thing is too is just like when I go out and I drive regularly, but I drive myself. I'm not with like a cop or anything. I notice all these stop sign runners too, and I'm just like, what the actual F?
So here's a good thing to tell you, and this is important. So we go out to do these steps. We have a briefing every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Every morning we have they brief, and what they talk about is consumer complaints or residential complaints of bad driving habits in the neighborhoods. They'll tell us where the people run stop signs all the time. They tell us where the crashes are because they keep track of statistics from crashes. They tell us where neighbors complain about this or that or whatever, illegal U-turns. These are all complaint driven. So as your neighbors complain about the bad driving habits where you live, that all gets taken down in statistics and data. So when we go out and do these which STEP stands for Saturation Traffic Enforcement Program, they're responding to areas that residents have complained about. So when you tell your police department that, hey, this is going on here, and it's not like it goes in one ear out the other. That goes into a file, and then when they decide to go out and do crackdowns, they have a briefing. They say, look, we got more complaints in this area. You should go over there and you should check it out.
I wish that was in San Francisco, because there are some intersections in San Francisco I would love for traffic to check out, because they are stop sign runners like on those intersections constantly.
So your mom said I almost got hit by a where'd it go?
I almost got hit by a police car while walking in a crosswalk with the right of way because the cop was too busy looking at his screen.
Yeah, and a lot of the agencies will tell them to put their screens down when they're driving around. And if you're going to look at your screen when you park, but you can only control what you can't control. We went to 3.
Glad you're okay though.
Yeah, we did too. We went to 3 separate intersections: Atherton, Redwood City, and I think we did 3 in Redwood, 2 in Redwood City and 1 in Atherton. And it's called a cherry tree. You just grab one, just wait, just make a U-turn, wait there, and they run it. But here's what we did notice: if they saw us pulling up to the intersection, they would all stop.
Oh, of course.
Everybody was a model citizen. But the minute we turned the corner, they all started running.
And they didn't see you guys.
Right, they didn't see us; they would just run right through it.
Yeah.
And so we're like, wow, look at all these model citizens while we're sitting here. But the minute we were out of sight, they were roll, and they waited. And like the one guy in the video who said, I don't know. He literally was looking down at his phone and he drove by. He never even looked up when he ran the stop sign. So that's why he didn't know. So, and also, if you're going to cross the street as a driver, if you're going to cross the street as a driver, sorry. Gabriel's going to take that, you're going to cross the street as a driver?
As a pedestrian.
If you're going to cross the street as a pedestrian, I recommend that you make eye contact, even if it's a police car. Make eye contact to make sure they see you. Because if you don't make eye contact, then you run the risk of getting hit by a car, because you can't trust a person in a 4,000-pound vehicle to always see you. Number one. Number two, those new electric vehicles, the Rivian, weigh more than
Rivian.
Rivian. There was an article out that said that they're so heavy that they cut through guardrails like butter.
Oof. I don't want to be hit by one of those. Well, I don't want to be hit by anything, but.
And we used to call stop signs
Stoptional.
Stoptional, yeah. Well, out here it's become stoptional, and everybody says, "Oh, because oh my God." One person showed me video once, and they said, "I can't believe this guy ran a stop sign." And they showed me their dash cam footage, and I looked at the footage. I go, "Well, you ran it too," and they go, "No, I didn't. I stopped." Well, let's look at the video, and it showed that the car never came to a complete stop. Yes, they slowed down. If they did. But their car never stopped as well.
I wonder who you're talking about.
I don't know, but I remember the video. And yes, electric vehicles are quiet. You don't hear them. So it's up to you to use due diligence when you're going to cross the street. Make sure you have eye contact, number one. Safety first. Don't just assume, because if you assume, you will get run over. All right?
All right.
All right, Miguel wrote, multiple times I almost got hit by a car. It's crazy. The driver can't wait for pedestrians to cross the street. They just wait in the middle of the road. And if you wonder why I have a hard time reading these, because when I'm reading them, it actually scrolls. So the words jump to the next one.
Do you read it again?
Yeah, read it again.
The multiple times I almost got hit by a car is crazy. The drivers can't wait for pedestrians to cross the street, and they just wait at the middle of the road.
Now, yeah, in Arizona, you can cross the street if they're halfway across. But in California, the letter of the law says you have to wait till them completely cross, which in my opinion, if they cross an island, it should be, at that point, they're already halfway across and you're not going to come in contact with them. But use caution, be careful, and be aware of your surroundings. That's all I have to tell you, people. If you do all that, I've been very lucky. I was in a collision. The last one was in a collision was in 1993. And it was a small, tiny fender bender. I bumped into the back of another car because he was supposed to yield. And then he freaked out. He didn't yield to the car. He stopped. And there was a car was like far, far away. And I was looking back to see if I could go. And then he stopped. So I just lightly tapped him. It was called a non-reportable accident. That was in Virginia last time.
Yeah, I hate the last time.
Yeah.
I was in a.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm Millennial, and I'll say this. I say it every time. I know you can be anywhere right now, and you're here with us. We appreciate that. So thank you. We also want you to go and subscribe to Mr. Badley TV on YouTube, please. We're trying to get our numbers back up slowly. Let's see if we can get to 20,000, then we can get to 40, and then higher and higher. And so if you both arrive, yabba dabba do, I love it. If both arrive at a stop sign, the person on the right has the right of way, correct? I believe that to be true. I have to double check it. I'm not going to say get it wrong because then Gabriel like, no, that's wrong.
Well, Gabriel said one thing. One thing I don't get is why pedestrians will wave thank you to drivers that stop for them when they were in a marked crosswalk and therefore the driver was already obligated to stop.
Yeah, it's impolite.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a matter of being polite at that point. I do it. I mean, and oftentimes I will wave thank you, to be honest, because I'm grateful that you at least took the time to stop for me, because in all honesty, a lot of cars don't. A lot of cars don't follow the law and stop for.
Well, actually, okay, stop. You can't say the cars don't follow.
The driver does not follow the law by stopping for the pedestrian in the crosswalk. Yeah. So a lot of the time when that doesn't happen to me, it bothers me because you're not following the law. So anytime a driver does do it, I say thank you because I'm grateful for it. And it's kind of unfortunate because it makes you think that people behave badly so often that when someone does the right thing, you're like very happy about it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and just like Terrence said, safety first always, which is the logo we have for Mr. Badley TV is safety first always. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to go. Got to clean this mess up, and then we've been running around all day. And we appreciate everything you do. And again,
thanks for being with us. We appreciate your time.
And we thank for all the super chat donations. Thank you. And if you're on Facebook and you put stars, we can't see them, but thank you if you did push stars. Ironically, if you notice on Facebook, my last post was telling people to go to YouTube. The reason why is because Facebook, ever since 2018, has does not allow me to monetize my videos that I post on Facebook. Mm-hmm. So they said that my content is unoriginal.
That's not true.
Yeah, we know that's not true. But we know where that came from. Anyway, so you guys have a great week. We'll see you.
Bill Van Ram, with self-driving cars, it can now be the car.
Yeah, well, it can be the car,
that's
but we
true.
hope that's not what.
But most of the time, actually, when it's with, or I guess all of the time, it's usually the driver. But anyways. Yep. All right, you guys have a great week. Stay safe, drive safely, eat well, be merry. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I can't say bye until I do that thing, huh?
What? Until you do the close?
Yeah. Now we can say bye. Bye.
You right click. Hello, Vale.
Thank you for listening to Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts. Millennial Boom and Reasons Why Aliens Will Never Invade Earth and Caught Misbehaving videos are made possible through viewer donations. Check out www.linktree.com/Mr. Badley TV to see how you can help. See you next week.